Hey guys, what's going on? Alan here. Welcome to the Gibson Garage YouTube channel. I'm in the shop today with the little ones because they convinced me finally to get this thing back on the road. I mean, it's fun for me, right? For like once, but when no one else wants to ride it, it gets a little boring. But so we got to do some modifications to this thing though. It was a rough first draft, but it needs some things. Like for one, the handlebars need to be trimmed. The shocks didn't work right. They don't work at all. The chain actually rubs on the aluminum there and rubs underneath on the frame here. And it actually broke the chain and it stretched it out a little bit. It's okay. We'll work with it. I did remake the exhaust so it's more sucked in to the frame there. And so we got to take care of those things and maybe make a longer throttle cable if I have the material for that, if I have some.
Looks like it's starting to bend in two places.
Right. But I also got some upgrades. Like I got new forks to replace the ones that don't work. I got a hydraulic disc brake kit there, and then I got a bigger sprocket, so since we can stop better now, we might as well go a little faster. And then a master link, fix the chain. But there's going to be some problems with the front tire. The axle diameter I think is too large for the rim that's on there, but we'll have to see. And then also I'm going to have to space out the disc from the rim with some sort of spacers because it gets too close. It is too close to the tire for the caliper to fit in there. So I have to figure that out. Another option was actually going with this tire. This is actually the rear tire to what this bike used to be. It used to be a two-wheel electric bike, and that was the rear tire. Had a free coaster type hub on it, but that's actually too wide, and I would have to trim down the edges, the ends of the hub, and then even weld that flange back on. So that's a lot, but maybe in another video. So for now, I think we just need to get started on
cutting the back part there.
Right. So my solution for this was just to cut this upper part off. They're like right there, and then right there, and then just replace it with like a T-shape setup. This will actually be down here like that. We'll weld that in like that, and then the chain will clear everything else, top and bottom. You see right now it'll hit this right there, or a good gouge in it. And then I think I'll have Justice start taking apart the front of that. Safety squints.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show.
Alright, so we instantly ran into a problem. These have like a bicycle ball bearing set up, and it's shattered, and the bottom one was shattered in a bunch of pieces, and there's this big shaft that's pressed into the bottom part of that triple tree. In this style, they're meant to just have like brass bushings in a much smaller head tube, much smaller diameter head tube. So we might be able to make it work. It looks like this shaft might press out of here. And then really I would just cut a hole in the bottom of that triple tree, just big enough for that to slide in. And then, you know, we could still use the same bolt and actually ball bearing setup and tighten it all together on there, and then use this bolt with this centering piece here, you know, to keep the forks clamped to this assembly, hopefully. But we have to replace the ball bearings first. See if we can find something in.
We're gonna try our old mongoose bike.
Yeah, might find some in there. I think the bearing sizes will be different, but maybe we can press the races off of the forks, possibly.
We don't use it anymore.
Or maybe that Schwinn is the right size too. But we're gonna see.
Fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, put your hand to the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light.
It wasn't recording when I thought it was, sorry about that, but I've got that brace in there and it's cooling off. And that's gonna line up like that. I'm gonna fix this so that's not so jagged. Justice is putting on the new sprocket. Getting the lines matched up. This is number 35 chain, but what, 53 tooth, I think. And that's looking good. It's about sitting frame level, or the frame is sitting about level. We'll see what happens when we get the forks on. Now, as far as the kingpin dilemma, we're gonna do some modifications, obviously. It's not going to be pretty, but it might work. Pull this out. Oh wow, that's ready to come out almost. I just pulled this out by hand, but that other bike, that Mongoose, did have some good bearings in it.
So we might use them.
Yeah, and they're the same, luckily enough. And they're even still greasy and gooey, and now they're hairy, but we'll go like that. We'll put the other one on. We'll assemble it. So this will be in here on its own. This is the down tube. And it's just in here spinning on the bearings, and it's oblong, it's a little ovaled out. But I mean, from there to there, it's beautiful. So I'll drill this hole out large enough for it to sit right up on that recess, right up against that. And the top has this washer with the lip on it that fits right in this nut, and that will center the, you know, this to that right there, keep that centered. This will be, you know, pretty much the perfect, so that'll be centered. Pretty much the perfect. This is the perfect. Meanwhile, Justice got the sprocket on, so actually we can get the chain. Let's move back to the back and get this chain cut. So that looks good right there. I'm gonna have to get a chain tensioner too, buddy. I'm gonna get one of those. On this one, we'll just pop it. Usually you don't need to pop it all the way out. But no, we don't. We still don't need to. Boom. That's a good sign.
What?
Slid right in. Now they say you want to go in a direction so it doesn't catch on something. Now we got chain. Now we just need to get the chain tensioner. Now with that bar gone, we can fix the alignment. I can push this sprocket over that way and not dig it further into that cross beam that went over the back. And there's the back end, all done. Look at that guy. Alright, so just to show you guys the difference between a 58 and a 53. And there it is. You can tell the misalignment had been eating at that aluminum for a little while, but we've got that taken care of now. Now I gotta move on to the front. So we got this spacer here, and didn't want to drill this out because the hole's already too big to find center. So I found this nut that fits in there just perfectly, and I drilled it out so that slides in just right. We're gonna, oops. I should have thought of this first instead of drilling this brand new Go Power Sports parts. So do that. Boom. We just got front forks with ball bearing headset.
Yes.
Now where'd the nut go? Is that it? No. Next we gotta drill some new holes for the handlebars. I'm gonna put them just below center in between these holes here. Alright, it's time to trim down these bars. They've always been a little too long. There it is, the Trike-inator. It's not quite done, but that's gonna do it for this video. We got the suspension in the back redone, and it's actually kind of useful now that it's been repositioned, so that's cool. The front forks work. You need to put your hands on it. He's got ice cream, it's okay. We got the new sprocket on. We got the front forks on, handlebars are on, they're cut, hydraulic brake handle is on. I just need to hook up the caliper. This is going to require making some bracket, and then also we're going to convert this rear brake to a pedal brake. Probably have to buy one of those. I'll buy the tensioner. So in the next video, that's what we'll get done, is the chain tensioner, the front pedal, and the bracket in front, and then maybe we'll paint this whole thing. But that's gonna do it, guys. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please, if you would. Hit the like button too if you want. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section, and stay tuned for the next video on the trike.